again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do.
You're recording.
Right, here we are then, we're down Rector's Way, which is in Weston-super-Mare, where Mum was living with her mum and dad. In what number?
Number 11.
Number 11 Rector's Way. And then on the night of the 4th of January 1941, the house was destroyed and the whole block here was destroyed by German bombs, and there was a load of people killed in that. Mum's going to give us a little bit of the history of what happened that night. This is for you numpties that are going to be around after we're all dead. Okay, that's it. Right, Mum, what happened then?
Well, my mother was an air raid warden, and when the sirens went, she had to report opposite in Anacott Road to the warden's post. We had 2 boy evacuees living with us at the time, so she put the 3 of us under the stairs, and we walked, and she went off to the air raid warden's centre. Well, during the evening, she came back because they told her that the planes were heading this way, and so would she like to bring us children over to the air raid over to the shelter over the road to be with her. So we did. I went with her, but the 2 boys wanted to go next door.
And what was her name?
Lenny Daly and Ernie Snares went next door to stay with their mother, who were living 2 doors away from us. And when the house was bombed, they were killed.
I've got a picture of Ernie Snares and Lenny with Mum stood outside the house, which I'll go and get in a minute from the car, and we'll have it.
Smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. So will you please say hello?
This street was, there was a row of terraced houses from 1 to 12.
1 to 12, come round to there, love, to the end ones.
1 to 12.
That last terrace one is the only ones that are standing from the original terrace.
Yeah, it was a terrace like.
And were you on the end house?
Yeah, we were end but 1.
End but 1.
12 houses, we were number 11.
Yeah.
So, from then,
you went over to the air raid warden's post and they went next door.
They went next door.
Right.
Then, after the raid was finished, we went to stay with the head warden.
Did you hear the bombs drop when the bombs dropped?
Oh yes.
So the moose hall where you were is only about 200 yards away from here.
Yes.
Which we're going to walk over to in a minute.
But okay? My mother had only just got back from getting the next door neighbour's mother out of the house because she wouldn't come. She got her out and they were down behind the wall then when the bomb fell.
So how many were killed?
Oh,
good few, yeah. There was a whole family wiped out and a couple of other families.
Next Masons, there were 3 in the Masons' house.
Yes. I got a list of what I'll do is when we finish doing this, I'll put that to go with the video so you know who was killed on that night. Right, there was quite a few people, and it's surprising how many people in Weston don't know what went on in the war. Okay?
Yeah.
So when that happened, yeah, the house was destroyed. Right, all
Yes.
this was. Where were you? Back over the air raid warden's post.
I was over there, yes, but then for a few nights we stayed with the head warden in Addington Road, and Mr. Hancock.
Yeah, what?
And then the council put 3 families of us that were bombed out from here in a big house in Coombe Road,
Where's Coombe Road?
off where Annie used to live, go to work. Off
What's
the
that, up on the hill?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Up Nightstone Way, up that way.
Yes,
Yeah.
off the boulevard.
All right.
There's 3 families of us. We went to live in this big annex to a big hospital it was in them before, in Coombe Road, and the men used to come down every day trying to salvage all that was they could.
So what did you manage to get out of the whole house that was left?
1 chair, 1 kitchen
One chair.
1 kitchen
was it.
chair.
Where was your dad?
My dad was working at the station, and when he come home at night, he didn't finish work till 12. He come into the road, and they said, "Where do you think you're going, mate?" And he said, "I'm going home." He said, "I'm very sorry," the policeman said, "but there's nothing down there. It mostly all been destroyed."
So if Mum wasn't
If I had
saved on that night, none of us would be here. None of you lot would be here, neither, you muppets.
no,
Right, so,
no,
you know, there's a lot of things to be grateful for.
yes,
So we're going to take, what should we do now then? Take a little wander over to the Moose Hall, which is just a
just
couple of
across
hundred
the
yards
road
away.
to show you where
Yeah.
the air raid warden's post was.
Yeah, we'll take a couple of pictures of what's left of the terrace when we get near there in a minute, but otherwise we're going to take a
It was
little wander
terrace
over
house
to...
like those in
Moose
Drove
Hall.
Road, like where Uncle Bill and them used to live.
Right, thanks sir, come on then, let's
Come
go.
on, sir. We're off.
This way. He was an air raid warden in that house overnight.
I know, because on the day Mrs. Brunker sent over a load of clothes for me for a Boris.
So that's the only 2 that's left. But those fronts have been rebuilt.
Oh yeah, they've been done again.
Take a picture of them. Number 3 and 4, the only 2 left from the war.
There's a row of houses just like, more or less like the ones in Drove Road.
Yeah. Well, they had stone fronts because I got the picture.
Yeah. You got the one of the
Yeah.
2 boys.
Yeah, so I'll be putting that on there. That can go on there later on. Go on, Lil. You'll be running that.
Houses that was there.
Same as Don Drove Road, stone fronted houses, stone terraced houses.
Yeah.
Okay. Which Nan and Grandad owned, didn't they?
No, we rented it.
Rented it. There you go.
There you go.
Right, this is a photograph of Mum with the 2 Daily boys outside Rector's Way. The taller lad on the left was killed and the other one wasn't. Mum thought he was, but he wasn't. I've looked into it and he didn't die that day. Okay, and there's Mum in the middle. Yes, and if you'd like to look, shut up, we're talking here. But if you'd like to look in the background there, you can see what type of house it was and that, and you know, that's how it is. Right, okay. Right, here's me and me Mum outside the Moose Hall. This is where Mum came on that night, okay? This is where my nan was an air raid warden during the war. This is what she would have looked at. This is just a reconstruction because this isn't the real nan, this is me Mum, alright? She's got her tin hat on, just in case the Germans come. But we're now in the year 2013, so I think we're all getting on quite good at the moment, so I don't think there's any chance of that. But thanks to that night, Mum's still here and we're all here, okay? But
Yes.
you know, on a serious note, there was a lot going on that night and a lot of people lost their lives, okay? Right, so have a look around the Moose Hall a bit. I've tried to find some photos of the Moose Hall, but I can't get any. Right, take that off now.
Oh, that was heavy.
That's the light one. That's the light one. I got your light one.
You put it on tape.
Hey? No, I don't think so.
Mr. Hancock
I'm
lived
listening.
in the house up the road there. That's
And
where
who
we
was
stayed.
Mr. Hancock?
He was the head warden.
And that's who you stayed with?
Yes.
Right, it's
For
all right.
a few nights.
A few nights. And then where did you go after that?
Coombe Road, we were all
Coombe
put
Road.
in a big house. 3 families of us. was
Yeah.
put in a big house. Mrs. Ford, Mr. and Mrs. Webb, and Mr. and Mrs. Pike, which was my mother and father.
You've been told.
Yes, so
How-
that's that.
Age? What age?
How old were you?
Well, Anne says I was 14.
What, when the war was on?
Yes.
No, 1941.
41.
Yes.
The war was, this was done.
Yes.
When were you born?
1928.
28. Yeah, you'd have been about 14.
Oh,
No.
well, there we
13, 14 you'd have
Yes.
been, Mum.
Nothing done nothing.
And then you started
17.
mucking about with
28.
American GIs, didn't you?
go. Oh, well,
You can know what
Yes.
you
I
know
was
that I
quite
don't.
friendly.
Honey, shut up.
I was quite friendly with a lot of the
Mother was
force.
quite friendly with some Americans, and I've got a picture of them as well here, but we're going to do that photograph when we go up to the Toc H Club, which is the next place we're going to. Okay?
In Severn Road.
Severn Road, yes. Goodbye.
Come on.
Wave, Mum. I tried to find some pictures of you fellas and everything. I might put that in the papers.
On, right. Go.
What happened? A couple of the messenger boys that worked at the air raid warden's post.
When during the war, they used to have messenger boys that used to take messages from one post to another, and I know 2 of them were killed in this particular blitz.
What was their names?
I know one was the boy Underhay, but I can't remember the other.
Well, I'll have a look on my book and find
look
that.
on the
Yeah, all
piece
right.
of paper.
All right. Cut.
Yes, we're off.
Go.
When we moved from Coombe Road, they put us into another big house, the 3 families of us, in number 6 Landerman Circus, and we were there when we had the June bombings, and Lance and Lance was bombed and that.
There you go
Because
then. Which
we
is a
were
big
all
shop
down-
in Weston.
We were all down in the cellar in some big table shelters.
Yeah.
Because we had a basement there, so we were all down below, and we still survived.
There you go.
I can remember some of the people that lived in houses. There was Bonds on the ends, and there was Jimmy Haraway, Mrs. Haraway, and Reed's on the corner house. That's all I can remember in Snowbend.
Give me a tea for white.
All done a lot of work.
Right, here we are on Beach Road in Weston-super-Mare, stood outside what was the Toc H Club in World War II, where the Americans came in when it went.
And the Air Force and the Army.
Yeah. Anybody else?
It was a canteen for servicemen.
And what did you do in the canteen?
I used to help. Cheese on toast, beans on toast, sandwiches.
Yeah, no wonder we were
coffee.
brought up on that. Doing it in the war. Yeah. So what did Nan do in here?
She was officially here, and I was her helper.
You were Santa's little helper.
Yes.
And did you meet any Americans here?
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah.
Many
Can you
of them.
remember any of their names?
Oh,
Come on
yes.
then, here we go.
Jack.
Hang on, we just get a list out.
Jack Stevens.
Yeah, Jack Stevens.
Well, an Italian-American by the name of Lorenzo. Norbert.
Norbert. You got a letter from Norbert.
Yes, I still
Yeah,
got
I'll
it.
get that from my collection.
He was in the American military police.
Oh.
Yes, but the others, they had all their half tracks and things that they were training for to go for D-Day.
And where was it? Where did they have all their vehicles? Where's the beach lawns
The
covered?
beach lawns.
Take a picture of the beach lawns now. So all this lot on the beach lawns and that was all Americans and that, yeah?
Yes.
All tents and that.
Tent.
Yeah? Did you go for a ride in a boat?
Yes, I did. All the way
Hang on.
along the beach.
Right now.
Along here.
Right, Mum went for a ride in a duck, which is a vehicle that drives across the water. It's a floating car, basically. And Mum went for a ride with a load of Americans. Was you a good girl with the Americans?
Yes, I was. And
Did you get up to any naughtiness
No,
with the
I
Americans?
don't. No, never. And
Are you sure?
I'm very sure.
She better not have.
I'm very sure. And they were always right with me. Never nothing out of
Did they
place.
give you chewing gum?
I had chewing gum. I had a brooch. I had
Did you get any stocking nylons?
Yes. I had some nylon.
She had nylons from the Americans in the war, and she was a good girl. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Whatever. So how long were they here for, Mum?
Oh, quite a long time. But just on the 12th month, I think.
Yeah. And then they all went off to D-Day,
They all went.
which I've actually got a picture that Mum gave me for our archives, and it's a picture of the Americans after they landed at Omaha Beach. These are the ones that she was writing to. Picture, come here, look. That's the picture, and that's from Omaha Beach in Normandy. Okay.
Battery
That's
B.
the Battery B, that's the lads who sent the picture back to Weston. Okay, and on the back I've got some names. It actually says, "With all my love from Jack." Okay, but I've put all different names on the back.
Jack Davidson.
Jack Davidson. You've just remembered another name, I think. Stevenson or Davidson?
Oh no, Jack Stevenson. That's
Jack
it.
Stevenson
Forget.
from Pittsburgh, New Jersey. Yeah. And he went to Normandy on D-Day. Norbert's another one. Is Norbert on here? Norbert's not on here.
Because he was in the
Yeah, he's in the police. Yeah. No wonder I had a lot to do with the police later on, because it's in our blood. Anyway, that's Tuck H Club in Weston-super-Mare from the war. Salute. That's it. Cut it off. Right, put that back in me thing.
I wonder where that picture'd gone.
You give me it. It's been me cabinet.
He helps himself.
No, I don't help myself. You give it to me. She's a bugger, she is. She's been licking it all night. I look after family history. That is my job.
The big front room downstairs had all tables and chairs in where all the servicemen used to come from the kitchen and eat their food. And then they had upstairs they had billiards and table tennis and what have you.
Yeah, good.
You know, for them. But they were there every night, every night. And opposite was Seven Croft. That was Seven Croft. There was servicemen in there. All along here was servicemen. It was filled up with servicemen.
All the houses were filled up with servicemen.
Yeah,
barracks.
army. Of course, they had locking camp, so most of them came from locking camp. But I know during the war, when I used to go to the dances in locking camp, and I missed the last bus, I used to have my friend and I used to...
Right, anyway, we are going for a bit of dinner. Would you like some dinner, Mummy?
Yes, but not too much. Thank you very much.
Well, you got to pay anyway, so you can have as
That's
much
all
as you
right.
want.
Okay, I brought some money.
What? Good?
Yes,
Right. Here we are outside number what?
Number 6
Landerman Circus, which is where you were moved to
from
Coombe Road. Coombe Road, which we're going to next because we've gone about your ass backwards. Right. This is where Mum was when they were bombed out of Rector's Way.
And we were here when the Jew raids.
The June raids.
Yes.
Sounded like Jew raids, Mum.
Raids.
It's a bit
yes,
racist, but there you
yes.
go.
But,
But what happened when Grampy was coming down the lane here?
they were fire watching one night,
Fire watching.
and a plane came down over the hill here,
Yeah.
and they were there, and it was
Down where? Down this lane
down
here.
this lane here,
Yeah.
and they were
Oh, wait, tick.
machine-gunned in the
You're
they
between
were
us now.
machine
Between
gunned
us.
in the pathway
In the pathway.
because there is a gate on the side.
And they could see the pilot.
They could see the pilot. It was such a bright moonlight lit night.
Yeah, there you go then.
Yes.
Another
That's
bit of
it.
history. And we
Yes.
are in Landerman Circus.
And from there, we were given a council house in Thurmere Road.
Which we'll be going to after we've been to Coombe Road.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright. Well, that's it then. We'll move on from here.
Yes.
Whereabouts were you in this building here? Just show us where. Come here.
We were,
See this bit here?
that was our bedroom up the top there.
Top was the bedroom. Yeah.
But that was Mum and Dad's sitting room next door to it.
To the right.
Yes.
Okay.
And next door, that was 3 flats.
Yeah.
But we had table shelters down in the cellar in this house.
Inside here. This is
Yes, they
underneath
got
this lot.
cellars, they got cellars.
We had
there.
air raid shelters underneath the house with tables.
Table shelter,
There you go then. Right.
light tables.
Coombe Road next for a quick
Yeah.
visit.
And Mrs. John Hodge, the solicitor, lived in the big house there because my mother used to work for him.
Ooh.
It's like
Yes.
still, isn't it?
Right, let's go then.
Yes,
Come on.
that's it.
All right, turn it off.
That's there, that big house there was a children's hospital in the war.
Yes, and the First World War, it was the soldiers, where the soldiers went. It was a sanatorium.
Which house are you on about?
Big one up there.
That big one there,
It's
right
county
round,
contractors owned it.
That's it.
What, that one up there?
Yeah, I've been in there.
Yeah.
County owned all that, and
And
it's
we-
spooky as hell.
When we were first bombed out, we were moved to Coombe Road, which was the annex to Eastern House.
Right, that's Eastern House there, by the way.
Eastern
that big house is
House.
called
Next
Eastern
to it.
House.
And we went to the annex. We had a gymnasium and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so posh.
we were posh.
Yeah,
Posh,
right.
posh.
Go on then.
That's all right.
Let's go. You've had too much lager.
Mm.
You have.
Mm, you have a bit of Shandy.
Get your shandy.
What was that, Barb?
20 Coombe Road was where we were billeted when we were first bombed out. 3 families of us were all put into one house. Mrs. Webb, Mrs. Ford, and Mr. and Mrs. Pike, and the children. And we had, they used to bring all the things they salvaged and put in the, spread it out in the gym. It was a gym behind there. Yeah. And from there we went to Landerman Circus. They put us into Landerman Circus. Right. That's it.
What do you say?
The stickers, little thinks that car there has got bullet holes in it. It is bullet holes, but they're actually stickers, what you stick on, because they look like a load of numpties. Right, so have you enjoyed that so far, Mother?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes? Having a bit of fun?
Yeah.
A little wander round your older haunts? Yes? Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler?
Please.
If you think we're
not
on
funny.
the run. Oi, behave you. I'm in charge.
You think?
What do you mean you think I am?
Where are we going now?
We're going to Mum's house because I need the loo. Over and
Meet again.
Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler? If you think we're on the stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run? We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler?
The white cliffs of Dover. Tomorrow, just you wait and see. There'll be love and laughter and peace ever after. Tomorrow, when the world is free. The shepherd will tend his sheep, the valley will bloom again, and Jimmy will go to sleep in his own little room again. There'll be bluebirds over.
Job, and it's one of the best. Now he's doing his bit for England like the rest. And Mr. Woo is now an air raid warden, and don't he look cute in his new siren suit? He goes round every night to make the blackout sure. So if you've got a chink in your window, hey, you'll have another one at your door. His headquarters, it's plain, are down by Lover's Lane, and he goes there every evening anyhow. He'll flash his torch into the dark, and the girls all cover their laundry mark, 'cause Mr. Woo's an air raid warden now. One night while on his beat, a couple he did meet. They were cuddling in a shelter anyhow. He said the all clear's gone, you see, and the chap said, boy, you're telling me, 'cause Mr. Woo's an air raid warden now. His cousin one way in, one day was helping him to move a time.
Always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. So will you please say hello to the folks that we'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like